Welcome back for another video. So last time we installed SQL and now it's time to start preparing SQL for Configuration Manager. It means installing the latest update and installing the SQL Management Studio and then later on configure. So the first thing I want to point to you guys is the version we are going to install is a cumulative update 15. So we can see here. And later on, we will install the SQL Management Studio version 18.11. So I already did the download of those software. You can see here on my downloads. So then let's start with the update. So let's just double click the hotfix here. It's about 710 meg. So it's a big update. Exactly the same is about 608 meg, the Management Studio. So it depends on your environment. It will take some time to download, and then it may take even more time to install. So the installation is quite simple. Basically, as we haven't yet used it, is basically next, finish. But if you have been using SQL with Configuration Manager and then just upgrading, there are some files that are going to be used. A reboot may be required. So on the install SQL, so what we are going to do is just accept the license. So install the SQL update, accept the license. Next, you can see here that we'll be updating the database engine of the instance MS SQL Server. And you can see here that we cannot unselect the shared features. So this will be updated. So let's just click next. Now it's checking any file that is or is not in use. Normally, before any update, what I do, I reboot the server. And after the update, I also reboot the server again. Normally, if it's not in production, if it's in production, then you need to look at change requests and all those kind of stuff that is required for a reboot a production server normally. So in this case here, just next. And now it's ready to update. So I'm just going to click here, update. The update should not take longer, but we're talking about a couple of minutes. And in this case, I'll be right back with you guys. So you can see here the installation has completed, everything succeeded, and just click close. Now what I'm going to do is install SQL Management Studio. Just double click the file you download as smssetup.inu in my case. I will be installing this on the D drive. Remember, I have a D drive where all the binaries go. So D and install. The installation is quite quickly, should not take longer. So now Management Studio is installed. You just need to reboot the computer. So let's just click here, restart. You don't need to install the SQL Management Studio on the SQL Server. You can do everything remotely if you wish to do so. For me, it's a good practice because if you don't have remote connectivity for some reason, you still can access the SQL Server. So now what do we need to do is so the installation happened, the update happened. So now let's see if everything is almost ready for us to start think about Configuration Manager. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to open here SQL Management Studio. So you can see here, SQL Server Tools, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio 18. So by the time you are watching this video, it may be another version, release 18 dot whatever it may be, or maybe even 19. We never know when you are watching this video. Just make sure that you keep up to date, because there is updates all the time. And while it's opening the SQL Server Management Studio, you have time, just like this video, share with your friends, and you haven't subscribed yet, just subscribe to the channel. It helps other people find and also help the channel to grow. And if you have any questions, just leave the questions in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer every single one. So back to the video here. So we have down the SQL. I will connect to the SQL Server that I just installed. So server 02. And we need to validate if the version that we are using is actually one of the supported ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on the new query. And I'm going to type select add version. And then click execute. This will bring me all the information from the SQL. I have it here. In your case, we have SQL 2019, cumulative update 15, version 64 bits, and we can see here that's the standard version. Another way to do that, we can use the server properties. So I have already the query here. I will not type everything, but is select server property, product version, product level, and edition. So if again we execute this query, you can see here we have a RTM version, 64-bit, and version 15.04198. So this tells me that we are running actually the right version. So we are now have everything we need to start thinking about Configuration Manager, except some configurations that we are going to see on the next video. So thank you for watching, and don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, right? And remember, click that little bell icon so we will be notified when we upload a new content. Thanks a lot, and see you on the next video.